The quest for the perfect fried chicken sandwich often feels like a journey with no destination, a culinary crusade littered with soggy crusts and disappointingly dry meat. But what if the map to that destination was surprisingly simple? What if the secret to a sandwich that boasts an audibly crunchy, ridiculously craggy crust and an interior so juicy it defies belief could be broken down into a few key, non-negotiable steps? This isn't about some proprietary blend of a dozen secret herbs and spices, but rather a method, a process. The real magic lies in two fundamental techniques: a transformative buttermilk brine, a game-changing double-dip breading process. These are the twin pillars upon which sandwich supremacy is built. This is the sandwich that silences the endless debate, the one that makes you pause after the first bite, close your eyes, and appreciate the symphony of textures and flavors. It is a masterclass in contrast. The shatteringly crisp coating gives way to tender, flavorful chicken, all of it nestled within a soft, toasted brioche bun. The cool, crisp crunch of pickles and lettuce provides a necessary counterpoint to the richness of the chicken and the creamy heat of a custom spicy mayonnaise. It is a complete sensory experience, designed from the ground up to be the last fried chicken sandwich recipe you will ever need. It's not just a meal, it's a project, and the delicious results are your reward for following the process. Before we dive into the granular details of the process, let's set our expectations and gather our tools. The first and most crucial step toward achieving transcendent fried chicken is the brine. This is where the transformation from a simple chicken breast into a succulent, flavorful canvas begins. Our brine is built on a base of buttermilk. The slight acidity and enzymes in buttermilk work to gently break down protein structures in the chicken. Not to the point of mushiness, but just enough to create an incredibly tender, moist texture. That enzymatic action makes the chicken forgivingly juicy even if slightly overcooked. The brine is the chicken's insurance policy against dryness, a foundational step you can't skip. To the buttermilk, we add a supporting cast of flavor agents. A generous amount of salt is essential. As the chicken soaks, osmosis draws the salty liquid deep into the muscle, seasoning the meat from the inside out, far more effective than salting the surface. We add a few dashes of hot sauce for background tang and a preliminary heat. Finally, we whisk in a simple mix of spices: garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. These aromatics permeate the chicken during its long, leisurely bath. Preparation of the chicken is just as important as the brine. We begin with boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Pound them to a uniform thickness of about 1/2 inch so they cook evenly. Place a breast between 2 sheets of plastic wrap or inside a zip-top bag. Use a meat mallet. Use a rolling pin, or even the bottom of a heavy skillet to gently flatten. An uneven piece will have dry, overcooked sections and undercooked thick parts. Leveling the playing field is a hallmark of professional technique. Once pounded, fully submerge the breasts in the prepared buttermilk brine. Cover the bowl and place it in the refrigerator. Minimum 2 hours. For truly superior results, 4 hours. Better yet, let it rest overnight. The extended time lets the buttermilk's tenderizing properties and the seasonings penetrate more deeply. The result, a finished product that's juicy inside and profoundly flavorful through and through. This patient waiting is where the deepest flavor is built. With the chicken properly brined and seasoned to its core, 我们 turn 我们的注意力转向了外壳。这是定义一款出色的炸鸡三明治的听觉和质感元素。我们的目标不是一层薄薄的、均匀的涂层，而是一个崎岖不平、布满裂缝的表面，有着无数个酥脆的角落和缝隙。这个秘密在于一个简单的干式面糊技术，我们通过一个巧妙的技巧来增强它。我们的干粉混合物从通用面粉开始，然后是玉米淀粉，面粉提供了结构，玉米淀粉抑制面筋并吸收水分，产生更轻、更脆的外壳。To this flour and cornstarch base, we add a robust blend of seasonings that will define the crust's flavor profile. This is where you can truly begin to customize. Paprika for color and mild sweetness. Cayenne pepper for heat. Garlic powder. Onion powder. Salt. Black pepper. White pepper. The key is to be bold with your seasoning. A portion of it will inevitably be lost in the frying oil, so what seems like a lot in the bowl will be just right on the finished chicken. Now for the crucial trick. Drizzle a few tablespoons of the buttermilk brine directly into the dry flour mixture and work it in with your fingertips. This creates small, shaggy clumps throughout the flour, which will fry up into those coveted extra crunchy, craggy bits. The breading process itself is a deliberate, methodical ritual. Set up your station with the bowl of buttermilk brine on the left and a wide, shallow dish containing your seasoned, clumpy flour mixture on the right. Remove one piece of chicken from the brine and let excess drip off. You want it moist, not soaking wet. Place the chicken into the flour and press down firmly to coat. Flip it over and repeat, getting coating into every nook and cranny. This first coat establishes the base layer that will adhere to the chicken. Now for the double dip that elevates the crust from good to great. Briefly plunge the chicken back into the buttermilk brine for a second or two. Immediately return it to the flour for the second and final coating. Be aggressive. Pile flour on top and press clumps firmly onto the surface. This second dip creates a thicker, more substantial crust that will develop that signature craggy, ultra-crispy texture during frying. Place the fully breaded pieces on a wire rack and let them rest for at least 5 minutes. This resting period hydrates the coating and helps it adhere, preventing sloughing in the fryer. The final transformation from breaded chicken to golden brown perfection happens in the hot oil. This stage is where precision is paramount. The right equipment makes all the difference. You will need a heavy-bottom pot like a Dutch oven, a deep cast iron skillet filled with 2 to 3 inches of a neutral, high smoke point oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, peanut oil. The most critical piece of equipment, however, is a thermometer. Frying is a science of temperature control and guessing is the enemy of consistency. Clip your thermometer to the side of the pot and heat the oil slowly over medium-high until it reaches 350 degrees Celsius, 175 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the oil is non-negotiable for a reason. If the oil is too cool, below 325 degrees Celsius, the chicken will spend too much time in the pot before the crust sets. This allows it to absorb excess oil, resulting in a greasy, heavy sandwich. Conversely, if the oil is too hot, above 375 degrees, the exterior breading will cook too quickly. It will darken and potentially burn long before the chicken inside has a chance to cook through. Maintaining that 350-degree bar sweet spot ensures the crust becomes golden and crisp at the exact same rate that the interior becomes perfectly cooked and juicy. When the oil is at the correct temperature, it's time to fry. Gently lower 2 pieces of chicken into the pot, being careful not to splash the hot oil. It is crucial not to crowd the pot. Adding too much chicken at once will cause the oil temperature to drop precipitously. Fry the chicken for approximately 6 to 7 minutes total, turning each piece once or twice during the cooking process to ensure even browning on all sides. The chicken is done when the crust is a deep golden brown, and, most importantly, an instant read thermometer inserted into the thickest part registers 165 degrees C, 74 degrees Cs. Once cooked, use tongs to remove the chicken from the oil, allowing any excess to drip back into the pot for a moment. Transfer the finished pieces immediately to a wire rack set over a baking sheet. Do not, under any circumstances, place them on a plate lined with paper towels. Paper towels trap steam, which is the mortal enemy of a crispy crust. The steam will soften the beautiful, crunchy breading you worked so hard to create. A wire rack allows air to circulate all around the chicken, keeping the bottom just as crisp as the top. As a final professional touch, season the chicken with a light pinch of salt the moment it comes out of the fryer. With the star of the show, the perfectly fried chicken, resting and staying crisp on its wire rack, we can turn our attention to the supporting cast. The right bun is critical. It's the vessel that holds everything together. A soft, slightly sweet brioche bun is the ideal choice. Its richness complements the savory chicken, and its soft texture contrasts the crunchy crust. To prepare the buns, spread a thin layer of softened butter on the cut sides. Place them cut side down in a hot, dry skillet. Place them cut side down on a griddle. Toast until golden brown and fragrant. This toasting adds flavor and creates a slight barrier that prevents the bun from becoming soggy. A great sandwich needs a great sauce. A simple, punchy, spicy mayonnaise is perfect. This can be easily customized to your personal heat preference. In a small bowl, add mayonnaise. Add your favorite hot sauce. Add a pinch of cayenne. Add a little garlic powder. Add a touch of smoked paprika. Whisk everything together until it's smooth and homogeneous. Taste and adjust the seasonings as needed. This creamy, spicy condiment acts as the delicious glue that ties all the components of the sandwich together. Now, we build. The order of operations in sandwich construction can have a surprising impact on the eating experience. Start by spreading spicy mayo on the bottom toasted bun. Then spread spicy mayo on the top toasted bun. On the bottom bun, create a bed of thinly shredded iceberg lettuce. Alternatively, place a simple coleslaw on the bottom bun. This adds cool, crisp freshness and a bit of textural variety. Next, place a piece of your hot, crispy fried chicken squarely in the center. The chicken should be the hero, centered and anchoring the entire structure. On top of the chicken, arrange a few slices of classic dill pickle chips. Their sharp, vinegary bite is essential for cutting through the richness of the fried chicken and the creamy mayonnaise. This acidic counterpoint resets the palate with each bite, making the next one just as exciting as the first. If you desire, add a thin slice of ripe tomato for extra freshness. Place the top bun, with its own layer of spicy mayo, on top of the pickles. Gently press down to compact the sandwich slightly, then prepare for the glorious first bite. One of the greatest attributes of this recipe is its adaptability. The heat level, in particular, is entirely within your control. For a mild version, use only 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in the breading mixture and omit it from the spicy mayo, relying solely on a mild hot sauce for flavor. For a solid medium heat, use 1 tablespoon of cayenne in the breading and a single teaspoon in the mayo. For a hot sandwich, don't be shy. Use 2 full tablespoons of cayenne in the breading, add another 2 teaspoons to the mayo, and consider adding a half teaspoon of cayenne directly to the buttermilk brine. For the truly adventurous seeking extra hot, you can increase the cayenne further, and even add a tablespoon of your spiciest hot sauce to the dry flour mix to create fiery little pockets of heat. Beyond adjusting the spice, you can easily create exciting variations. To make a Nashville hot chicken version, simply create a spicy oil by whisking a few tablespoons of cayenne pepper and a touch of brown sugar into a half cup of the hot frying oil you just used. Once the chicken is fried, brush this fiery oil liberally over the crust. For a honey heat sandwich, skip the spicy oil and instead drizzle a generous amount of hot honey over the chicken right before you place the top bun on. Another fantastic option is the Ranch Deluxe. Swap the spicy mayo for a spicy ranch dressing, add a slice of melted pepper jack cheese, and 2 strips of crispy bacon for an indulgent, flavor-packed experience. Proper storage and reheating are key to enjoying your creation beyond the first day. Should you have any leftover cooked chicken, allow it to cool completely to room temperature before storing it. Place the pieces in an airtight container or a zip-top bag and refrigerate for up to 2 days. When you're ready to eat, the goal is to revive that crispy crust. The absolute worst thing you can do is use a microwave, which will turn the breading into a sad, soggy mess. Instead, preheat your oven or a toaster oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius. Place the cold chicken on a wire rack set on a baking sheet and heat for 8 to 10 minutes, or until it's heated through and the crust is crisp again. If you want to plan ahead, you can even freeze the chicken for later. After breading the chicken and letting it rest on a wire rack, place the entire rack in the freezer for about an hour, or until the pieces are frozen solid. Once frozen, you can transfer them to a freezer-safe bag, where they will keep for up to 1 month. You can fry these directly from frozen, with no need to thaw. Simply add an extra 2 to 3 minutes to the total cooking time, and be sure to verify with a thermometer that the internal temperature has reached 165 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a fantastic way to have a world-class chicken sandwich ready to go at a moment's notice. Now, go make the sandwich that ends the debate.